Wendy Williams' lawsuit against A&E over documentary paused. The world of television and celebrity culture has once again been shaken by the ongoing saga surrounding Wendy Williams, the once reigning queen of daytime talk. Her legal battle with A&E Networks over the release of a documentary that delved deep into her personal life, health struggles, and behind-the-scenes challenges has been put on hold, pausing one of the most heated media lawsuits in recent years. While the pause may appear procedural, it carries heavy implications for Williams' career, her family, her brand, and the ever-evolving debate about how far television networks can go in portraying real-life figures. This pause marks a turning point not only in Wendy's legal fight but also in her ongoing struggle to regain control over her narrative in the public eye. With her health concerns, conservatorship battles, financial disputes, and private life exposed on screen, the former talk show host has been pushing back against what she views as an exploitation of her legacy. The legal system now sits in the middle of a complex tug-of-war between creative freedom, contractual obligations, and a celebrity's right to privacy. The lawsuit at a glance. The lawsuit began when Wendy Williams and her representatives filed legal action against A&E, alleging that the network and its production partners had gone too far in creating and releasing a documentary without her proper approval. Williams argued that not only did the project misrepresent her but that it was constructed at a time when she was vulnerable, facing both personal and medical challenges. The documentary, released with much publicity, provided a raw and unfiltered look at Williams' struggles, something fans had only speculated about but never fully seen. While some viewers appreciated the honesty and transparency of the storytelling, others criticized it as exploitative, highlighting moments where Wendy seemed fragile and unable to fully represent herself. Wendy's legal team insisted that the film infringed on her rights, presenting her in a way that diminished her accomplishments and magnified her lowest points. A&E, on the other hand, defended the production, stating that the documentary was produced under proper legal arrangements and carried journalistic and artistic value. But now, the case has been paused, halting court proceedings while both sides assess their next moves. Why was the case paused? Legal experts explain that pauses in lawsuits often occur for a variety of reasons: settlement discussions, procedural reviews, or strategic moves by one party to buy time. In this instance, the pause seems to suggest that negotiations might be underway behind closed doors. For Wendy Williams, this pause could be strategic. It may allow her team more time to strengthen their case, gather additional evidence, or push toward a settlement that ensures financial compensation and a stronger say in how her image is used. For A&E, it may reflect a recognition that the optics of dragging Wendy through a long courtroom battle could backfire. At the same time, court pauses can also stem from health-related considerations. Wendy's ongoing medical struggles are no secret, and the court may be giving her space to focus on recovery before resuming such a high-stakes fight. Wendy's health and public struggles. The lawsuit cannot be understood without acknowledging Wendy Williams' personal challenges. Once the sharp-tongued and charismatic host of The Wendy Williams Show, she built a media empire with her fearless commentary, celebrity interviews, and her iconic "How you doin'" catchphrase. But in recent years, her health became a central storyline. Struggles with lymphedema, Graves' disease, and reported cognitive difficulties contributed to her stepping away from her talk show. As her health worsened, guardianship issues surfaced, adding more layers of complexity to her public and private life. For many fans, the documentary felt like watching a beloved icon unravel before their eyes. It revealed moments of confusion, vulnerability, and instability, sparking debates over whether the cameras should have been rolling at all. Wendy's lawsuit insists that the project took advantage of her during a fragile period, presenting her not as the powerhouse host she once was, but as a woman defined by decline. Public reaction to the documentary. When the A&E documentary aired, reactions were swift and divided. Supportive viewers, many viewers expressed sympathy, praising the documentary for showing the raw reality of Wendy's life. For them, it was a reminder that celebrities are human, facing struggles that often remain hidden from the spotlight. Critical fans, others found the project invasive and unnecessary, accusing the network of exploiting Wendy at a time when she could not protect herself. Critics pointed out that moments shown in the film were not empowering but humiliating, stripping her of dignity. Industry observers, media analysts also weighed in, noting that celebrity documentaries walk a fine line between storytelling and exploitation. While some projects uplift legacies, others risk tarnishing reputations permanently. Wendy's case, they argue, is a prime example of why legal protections for vulnerable public figures may need re-evaluation. This divide in public opinion is partly why the lawsuit gained so much traction. The pause in proceedings may now give audiences and industry insiders time to reflect on the broader ethical issues at play. The stakes for A&E. For A&E, the lawsuit presents significant risks. The network thrives on producing hard-hitting documentaries and reality-based content, often walking into controversial territory. But in this case, the backlash may have been stronger than anticipated. If the court were to side with Wendy, it could set a precedent that limits how networks portray celebrities, especially those under conservatorship or facing health crises. Financially, a loss could mean large payouts and damaged credibility. At the same time, A&E stands by its right to creative freedom. Networks have long argued that documentaries are forms of journalism, protected under free speech. The outcome of this case could redefine how far that freedom extends when dealing with individuals in vulnerable conditions. The legacy of Wendy Williams. Wendy Williams' career spans decades, from her early days as a radio shock jock to her reign as one of the most influential talk show hosts on daytime television. Her candid style, bold interviews, and unapologetic commentary set her apart in an industry that often played safe. The lawsuit against A&E is not just about one documentary, it's about how her legacy will be remembered. Will she be celebrated for her trailblazing media career, or will her final chapter be defined by public struggles and legal battles? Fans and supporters argue that Wendy deserves to be remembered for her achievements, not for a documentary that emphasizes her decline. By pausing the lawsuit, her team may be working toward reshaping that narrative, ensuring her story is told with dignity. Conservatorship questions. One of the most sensitive aspects of Wendy's situation is the conservatorship arrangement that has controlled aspects of her finances and decisions. This has sparked comparisons to other high-profile conservatorship cases, most notably Britney Spears.